Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rochelle and this is Beyond Envelopes. So in this channel I do weekly cash stuffings, savings challenges, and weekly check-ins, and I also do monthly bill exchanges. So if that sounds like something that you guys are interested in, so please consider subscribing down below, and let's get started to today's video. Hi guys, happy April. Today is April 1st. I hope you guys are having a good start to your April so far. So I'm back with another video, and today we're doing a completely different video than I used to do. So I am going to be doing a budget with me for the next 2 months. So if you guys are new here, I am a travel nurse. I did just complete a contract, so I'm currently not working until I'm able to get a new contract. So I was going back and forth on how I was going to do this video. I was only going to be budgeting for April, but it's looking like I'm going to be having a bit of a hard time getting a new contract at the moment. I did want to start working again just after spring break here, which would be like the April 17th mark. But as of right now, there's not a lot of listings for work. And I also wanted to come back to work to the city. I do live in New York, so I wanted to go back to work in New York City. But I did used to work for one of the big systems in the city. So as of right now, they are in the talks of whether I could come back to work for them as a traveler or not. That system owns 7 different hospitals, so that really limits me on how many hospitals I can apply to. I do have multiple nursing licenses, but I really did want to come back to the city to work again and to be closer to home. My last contract, it was 4 hours away, so whenever I had multiple days off, I would come home, but just that 4-hour drive, it was just too much. So I really wanted to come back closer to home. So anyway, because of the limited amount of jobs I can apply to at the moment, I wanted to budget for April and May just to make sure that I'm covered for those 2 months. So if I do end up not working in April, I have May covered. All right, so let's get started after all that chat. So I'm just gonna use a old notebook that my daughter had for school. So March was a magic month for me. So I got a 5th paycheck in March. And so I'm just going to write March week 5. So for week 5, I got paid a total of $1,129. Now that is not the full amount. If you guys are new, every time I get paid, 1,000 of my paycheck goes into a savings account that pays for next month's bills, so I am a month ahead. And also 500 of it goes into a ally bucket named time off, specifically to cover me for the times when I'm not working. So we're actually going to budget everything all together today. So for savings, since there were 5 weeks in March, there is $5,000 in there. And then for the time off, I have currently $6,000 in there. So if we total this together, let me grab a calculator. So that is 1,129 plus 5,000 plus 6,000. So that gives us $12,129. So I wanted to show you guys a visual of this just so it's a bit more understandable. So I did take out some money. Most of it is placeholders and some is in real cash. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 in placeholders, 500, 1,000 in 500 placeholders. So that's 11,000 so far. So this is real cash. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12,000. So this should be 129. So we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So $12,129 is what we are budgeting for the next 2 months. Okay, so now what's next is we're gonna remove the bills for April and May. So my bills used to be just under 4,000 each month. I did add a new bill, which is for gymnastics for my daughter. That's 125 a month. I did mention in a previous video where the school was offering it, but they didn't let us know that it was only for 7th and 8th graders. And so my daughter really wanted to get back into gymnastics, and so I did sign her up for a school about like 20 minutes away from home, and they meet once a week. So for April, the bills is for $3,026. So I'm gonna minus 3,026, so that leaves us with 9,103. So let's take out 3,026. So I have 3,025.26. So this is gonna be the money that will cover for April's bills. So this is gonna go back to the bank. So I will just leave that up here. Next, let's budget for May. So May's bills should also be the same for $3,026. So I'm gonna minus 3,026. So we are left with 6,077. Now, I did change my envelopes a little bit. So now I do have a new system where I have this envelope for dated kind of expenses. So this 3,026 for May is gonna go for month ahead because it is for next month. So we are gonna pull 1, 2, 3,000, 25, and 6. So again, 1, 2, 3,000, 25, and 6. So this will cover for May's expenses. All right. Next up. Okay, so next we are gonna be removing some money that I owed. So if you remember, I did mention that my car had a check engine light, one of the weekly check-ins that I had. So I still owe $1,000 for that because I didn't have enough in my envelopes. So for car, I'm gonna remove minus 1,000. And I also owed school 100 because my daughter's account for how she pays for meals at school did get withdrawn, and I didn't have money in my school. I didn't have enough money in my school envelope, so I still owe $100 for that. So I'm gonna write school and minus 100. So now I'm gonna minus 1,000 and minus 100. So now we are left with $4,977. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't remove the money, so I'm gonna grab 1,000. That's going back to the bank to cover for the car, and I'm going to grab 100 to cover for the school. So those are all gonna go back to the bank. Okay, next, now we're gonna remove money for lodging. So like I said, as a traveler, we have to duplicate expenses. So I have to pay for rent at home and get an apartment in the area where I'm working at. So the next time I get a new contract, I'm gonna have to get an apartment. So I'm going to remove $2,000 from this pile of money. So now we are left with 2,977. And I did add a lodging envelope in here. So let's go to that. Now, why am I removing $2,000? So usually they will ask for a month's rent, security, and cleaning fee. That's pretty much what I have been paying for the past. So I wanted to get $2,000 just to make sure that it's covered. Again, I'm not working, so I have to have this covered. Otherwise, I won't be able to get an apartment until I get paid. Okay, so that's $2,000 going into lodging. All right, so now we are left with $2,977, and this is what I'm going to budget for April and May. So I usually do my cash stuffings every Monday. So it looks like there are 9 Mondays of April and May in total. So we're gonna divide this by 9. So divide this by 9, and what we are left with is about $330.77. So that means I will be cash stuffing $330 every week. This will be for my cash envelopes, sinking funds, and savings challenges. So as you can see, we don't have a lot of money to play with each week. So we are just gonna see how that goes for the next 2 months. So this money here should total $2,977. So let's give that a count. So I have 1,500, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 50, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is right. We do have 2,977. That means we'll be cash stuffing $330 each week. Now you might ask, why don't I just cash stuff the whole thing now instead of cash stuffing it each week? A simple answer to that is, if I cash stuff all of this money now, it's gonna be gone tomorrow. And that's just the honest truth. It works for me better if I cash stuff a little bit at a time, especially in my weekly spend envelopes, which is like food, gas, all of that stuff, because if I put a lot of money in there, it's gonna be gone. So it works better for me if I cash stuff it weekly. So now, so again, this money is going back to the bank. Well, this 1, 2, 3, 4,000 is in placeholders. This is already in the bank, but this real cash is going back to the bank. That's $125.26. So again, this covers for April's bills, the $1,000 for car, and the $100 for school. So that is what that is for. Now this money is what we are gonna be working with for the next 2 months. I am gonna be doing a bill exchange video next, so you're gonna be seeing this in the next video because I will use this to condense my envelopes. Alrighty, so that is it for this video, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I hope this wasn't confusing. If you have any questions or need some clarifications, just please leave your comments down below in your questions. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.